Hey, it's your girl Monique 69 Ways, and I am here with Tamika's Den. We are here to talk about it. Welcome to Derry, season 1, episode 4. Yes, we are in this thing. Yes,
Another good
yes,
episode.
yes, it was. I was very
Yes.
entertained. If you had rated on a scale of 1 to 5, like what would you give it?
Um,
Is it better than last week? Because you said some people said last week episode was kind of like a
I
filler.
mean,
Or
I was okay with last week, to be honest with you, especially the way that the first two started out. However, I did like this one just a little bit better than the last one. But I love how the story's going so far. The character development, the backstories of the people that we are getting introduced to as well in this episode as it, and the kids is just they doing getting it out the park. Like they are really awesome. I know that they're gonna get a lot of other roles after this. I think they've just been phenomenal. So
yes,
yeah, I'm
I
enjoying it.
agree. Yes, the kids. Shout out to the kids, actors.
Hmm.
They did a great job, as well as the adult. Like they is giving the adults a run for their money for the acting skills. I'm like,
Yes.
they doing it.
Absolutely.
So yeah, shout out to them. I would give it. I like this episode. I enjoyed last episode, but this episode definitely is better than last episode for
Hmm.
me. It, it's a lot of information, a lot of gross things happen. So we about to get into it. It was a lot of moving parts, so we about to get into it. Let me bring it up. Yeah, so the kids, the last episode, the kids did took some pictures in the cemetery and they decided they want to develop them. They saw some things, they're like, oh yes, we got it on camera. Went to the police police chief Bowser. Well, yeah, y'all know his name, the one I can't stand his lineage, Bowser. Um, and he opened his manila envelope, brown envelope, and he looking at the pictures, and I'm thinking he's seeing it, and come behold, it's like headstones, the headstone tombstones, and this.
Hmm.
I was like, oh my God. The only picture that stayed was the one that Will took in the crypt when we saw the clown.
Hmm.
You talking about that's a statue. I'm like, a statue of a clown. Yeah, you are so bright. But yeah, so basically he don't believe these kids. So what you thought this thing, the way they was riding? I'm like, did these the same clothes y'all had on? Did y'all even go home? What's your parents' concern? I know this the 60s. God dang.
Yeah, because remember last week I was saying, now, come on, y'all, what black parents gonna let their child go spend the night out in a new town they just came to, let alone sometime when you already living there. My mama ain't play that. And I went back to watch it again because I wasn't too sure if I was right about that. Plus, somebody actually left a comment in the live we did last week, and he did say, oh, he's away for the night, but you will get to meet him. So they did give him permission to be away. And of course, now Mama wants to lock it down. We'll get into that later, in this episode. But I had a feeling that was going to happen because if you've ever watched any of, the previous movies, the series, he had a way where he would manipulate pictures. So, and also just the whole thing with kids being able to
Yeah.
see certain things and then the adults not. So the sheriff had me for a minute. I said, no, he didn't do
Me
like
too.
the
I was like, oh,
psychic
you
might.
seen this? Right. Thank you.
Cause he was like, "Oh yeah, this," and then he over here like, "Ain't nothing here but bird crap." Like, what are y'all trying to show us? And then the fact that he thought the one picture that it was still something there, the clown, Pennywise. He's like,
Right.
"Oh, that's a statue," and they like, "No, that ain't no statue." And he pretty much told them, "Go sit their behinds down somewhere, be kids." He was
And let the
threatening
grown ups.
Lily again.
Yeah, let the grown ups take care of the investigation. I'm like, y'all need these kids' help because y'all ain't doing. Y'all just
Exactly.
hitting on the first black dude you see.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, I felt bad for them though, because they really thought that they was getting somewhere with this. And of course, Ronnie was taking it the hardest because she's really trying to do this for her father. She ain't scared to open up her mouth. But
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the sheriff may know something, but even if he know, he still ain't gonna say nothing about it any damn way. Hey, what's up,
Okay.
woman?
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Don't cause no fuss up. I mean, like especially if it continue to happen. Like you got Hank already, so he's locked up. So if it continue to happen, then what? Like, come on, let's be for real. Yeah. So I don't like Chief Bowser. And we already know his lineage. We don't like him to all the way up to the the current it. Yeah. So no, I just feel bad for the kids because now you got Looney Lily, but now you got the rest of them looking crazy. Unfortunately. Yeah. Let's go on to the next one. Now these kids are look like they in gym class, like in gym uniform. I'm like, why they wearing the same thing? I'm like, oh duh, gym class. They having a meeting on the bleachers or what have you. And they trying to figure a way like to get this evidence out about this entity of it all, Pennywise of it all, and nobody's gonna believe them because they're gonna think they crazy. And they talk about the history of this town, of this thing, and they was looking at Lily because her mama is from here, been here since she was a kid, whatever. And they wanted to ask the mom. She was like, "No, if I start asking these type of questions, I'll be sent back to Juniper Asylum." I'm like,
Yeah, Lily ain't playing that. Like they already, her mama thinks a way about her. Everybody else in the town thinks a way about her. So why do y'all think that she's about to sit here and be asking some questions for her mother to look at her and say, "Do I need to send you back there?" And we know that doctor threatened that it was going to be something more, permanent, more
yeah,
severe if she went back. So hell no, we ain't trying to go back. Can't blame her for that. We ain't trying to ask mom about nothing. But
okay.
I get them trying to come up with a plan, and everybody's stressed now. Child. Everybody's stressed because they like, how the hell we saw, and we had the proof, and the police don't, believe us. So of course her plan was, maybe there is somebody I could call. I can't ask my mother, but I don't trust this lady. It's something with this lady and her smile and her being the only one that believe Lily and listen to Lily that just ain't rubbing me the right way. I don't know.
I said the same thing when I first saw it because she like some kids did go. She said all nonchalant. Some kids did go missing in the 30s. She said I thought they just ran away to have a better life at that young age. Run away to make it easy on their parents. Like what?
Mhm. Yeah, like saying in the depression, some kids would leave because it was so hard and they wasn't
That
enough food
young
and things of that nature. Yeah.
child. I guess different times. I wasn't born in that time, so I can't say.
But
But
we know damn well when it come to Derry that a lot of these kids was going missing and they would be concerned for 2.5 seconds. But that's also just goes to show the power of it, right? He makes
right.
them forget. So there's that.
She want her to continue. She can encourage her to continue to figure out what's really going on, what's happening, and that just
Hmm.
lit up Lily's face. I'm like, this the lady from the asylum because when they cut
Yes.
to, I was like, yeah, that's her. Because it's hard to
Hmm.
sometimes recognize some of these people, especially
Yeah.
these characters, because there's a lot of characters in here.
Yeah.
Especially when they out of their uniform, I'd be like, wait,
Hmm.
and have the
Yeah,
hair
but
look.
I definitely feel like it's more to her story. I don't know how deep we gonna get into it because, like
Yes.
you said, it is so many characters and so much stories going on already. But I just find it hard to believe, like, I don't know, that you just being this nice, you being so friendly with this little girl, taking time to meet up with her on your day off or afterward, whatever it is, and then you keep encouraging her. Well, no matter what, keep going. If you believe it, then keep doing it. And yeah, be with your friends. And something about that, just giving the side eye.
Okay. Uh, let's see. Moving on. We gonna move on. Oh yeah, we get a visit. Charlotte get a visit from Rose. Because I forgot she did order some furniture, so that she bring us some pieces. Her and her nephew. brought some pieces over, and they she kind of offered her some tea, come in for some tea, have a little chat. Um, they basically were just talking about, I guess, the town of it all, this town period, because Charlotte is new. And this is when I noticed that Rose wanna decide to snoop after the small talk of it all, and ask how her husband is settling in his with the whole doing some pipe tunnel things. She's trying to, I was like, I see what you doing there, Rose. And she's
Yeah,
like, my husband is
Rose
an
was
airman.
Rose was trying to get a 2 for 1. She didn't have to come and drop this daggone furniture off. She
Exactly.
dropping it off so she could get this info, or try to get info as much as she can on Leroy, hoping that that will lead her to find out what's going on, what the military is up to, since she knows that they out there digging, and she done had the encounter with well, I can't remember his name. um
Polly.
Lord, the well, I can't remember his name. Yeah, I hate when I get
Ooh.
brain fog. You know, the one that she spent the summer with, that's here now, that's in charge of everything with the
Oh,
military.
General Shaw.
General Shaw, yeah. So now that she knows, she figured her husband is a part of the military, let me come question her. But of course, she don't know nothing. She like, her husband don't tell her nothing. It's like that's a separate life. They live two different lives.
Right.
And she's concerned now with seeing that story, of course, with Hank and the kids and everything else. And so um Rosie was over here trying to tell her, like, listen, Derry's a beautiful place, but things do go down here, and you may want to go ahead and keep the ones you love very close to you. And then we gonna give
Yeah.
her our number, just in case you want to call me sometime. Child. Okay.
Yeah, because she did let it be known that she was, I guess used to do political stuff where she was from and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So, it was, I'm like, they definitely going she definitely gonna use that number.
Oh
Definitely,
yeah.
they're definitely gonna team up some way, shape, or form, in my
Hmm.
opinion. Um, yeah. I just chuckled when at that part. 'Cause I was like, "Oh, Rose, I see you sneaking in of that
Hmm.
accident." I'm like, yeah, how's your husband doing? What the piping and everything? And she
Right.
said, my husband's an airman, so they don't know anything he says is all confidential, and which he
Hmm.
do. So yeah, I just thought it was an interesting scene. Uh-oh, we see a scene where he was on his bike zooming. I'm like, where he coming from? Like, why is he zooming to the house? I'm thinking like something happened, and he closing his door. And you know how back in the day, like, you don't close no doors in this house, okay?
Right.
You don't pay no bills here. We don't close no doors in this house, okay? So he go in his room, close the door, look in his drawer, and he was looking for something. I didn't know what he was looking for at first. And then she said, "You looking for these?" She said, "I found it in the back of your drawer." I'm like, "Dude, you should know that everything in this room don't belong to you."
Hmm.
I didn't know he kept the
Right.
pictures, so I was shocked he kept the pictures.
Yeah, I
Um,
didn't know that either. He must have had copies for himself too, or something. But yeah, Mama ain't playing. She paying attention, even though from what she said, she wasn't intentionally looking for nothing. She was just putting stuff away. But she found it immediately. She knows something going on with him, and I like the fact that it was like, sit down. We gonna talk about this. What's happening? What's going on? Like right off
right,
the rip. We ain't gonna be playing no daggone games in this new place. And I like that he felt comfortable enough to open up to her. But then when he did, she was like, yeah, that's a no. It won't be no more staying out and riding all around town. You bring your behind home after school. And he like, oh, man. But
right.
yeah.
Yeah, and she said we just gonna keep it between us for now.
Hmm.
So yeah, because he also like I like how he said like she's my friend. I believe her about her father. I was just trying to help.
Hmm.
And yeah, he was crying tears. I said, "Oh," I'm like, "Oh, Will." It's so cute. And then we
Hmm.
get to see them at the dinner. It was like y'all quiet at this table. Like, gosh.
Yeah.
He asked how his first week of school was, first week in this town is. I'm like, it's only been a week. It feels like it's been longer. That's what I said.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, only been a week. Ah, gosh, time moving slow.
Yeah, he don't really like talking with his father. Or maybe I don't know if the like is the right word. I think he's just not accustomed to it. Don't seem like they really have a bond. Seem like, he's more of
Right,
a mama's boy talking with her, and she just tried to change the conversation, like, oh well, he has a girlfriend, like tell your dad, or he have a crush, whatever. And it was
right.
so funny how he was like, like, and she
He was
black.
like,
What's
he
going
was
on?
like, don't tell, don't tell.
Oh God,
I'm
that
glad
just
mom
tickled
kind of
me.
had his back in that. Like,
Yeah.
okay, just a girl. I mean, he did mention Ronnie and what happened with her father and stuff like that. So, he is sweet on her. You really like her, and he always like, can I leave the table? I got homework to do. I'm like, you didn't even finish eating your vegetable, honey. That's another way to
Yeah,
get
he
out of
don't e- he don't even look like he put a dent in that plate.
it. Okay. Ooh, like y'all just start eating. Um, yeah, so this was basically the saying. And she also said like y'all should go on an outing or something, right? She just like they should spend time together,
Mhm. Yeah.
basically. So we cut to them spending time together. Let's just say he took him fishing, and when I tell you Will was so bored because he's a little man of science, okay? He is not one with nature. But they was making small talk, and he was talking about his girl. Talking about, let's talk about your girlfriend or what have you. And he was like, no, she's just a friend that happened to be a girl, basically. And he caught a fish. The fish got away. Well, he thought he caught a fish, and the fish got away. And something happened with his line that his father had to go to the car, go get some more, I guess, bait or something. So we see Will in the water. When the father left, I got nervous automatically. Like, yo, like we know how this goes. And they in the dead middle, like where the entity and the Pennywise of it all is uh energy is at, child.
Yeah, I definitely got nervous. Excuse me. As soon as he
It
said
was
he
like
was
a
going to the car, I was like, "Oh Lord." And I like that moment because he was ready to go, but then they seemed like they was kind of getting to a bonding moment and was so excited that he had caught the fish. And he like,
yeah,
yeah, I caught it. But then he like, yeah, you did, but it got away. Like, sorry, sarcastically, he was saying. But then, he
all
go to
right.
the car and all of a sudden he see this other fish. I don't know if it was a clownfish or what kind of fish that was. And he
It
looking
kind
at
of looked
that.
like a clownfish to me. Cause I'm like, do
Mm-hmm.
not trust this fish. A fish will
Right.
not swim up to you willingly. And then next thing you know, a hand came up, said, and then he went underwater and he saw his daddy face. I'm like, that's his dad.
Yes.
I'm like, what the? So that's like
Mm-mm.
his fear, like, because he saw a picture. Turned out he saw a picture of his father after his injury in the war.
Right.
He was all
Yeah.
burnt out. I'm like,
Hmm.
oh, okay.
That's his biggest fear, and not only that, his father. Oh, well, it that's using this vision of his father also says to him like, "You're gonna burn too," and we know what happens to him later on. In the future. So
Yes.
that was
Yes.
so freaking scary. But I also loved, even though his dad didn't see this happening. I mean, he ran immediately when he heard him and he trying to figure out what's happening. And as soon as he started telling him, what this you came and you were saying this, he could tell that he believed what he's saying, even if he didn't believe him. And then he seen those marks on his wrist, and so he looking like, what the hell
Yeah,
is
the
really
blood.
going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
And
said
then they
something's
both,
very wrong
yeah,
with Derry,
something is
something
wrong
strange,
with Derry.
something going down. So
Yeah.
hey, Eric H.
What's up, Eric H? Yeah, that was
Yeah.
crazy.
I
And
when,
then they
I saw
both
his arm, I'm like, yo, okay, the dad see it. Okay,
mhm.
great. Because usually the kids just see their
Right.
bruises or whatever. So the dad see it, like, yo, what the heck is going on? And mind
Mhm.
you, with the hollering thing and the playing of it all, like, yo,
Mhm.
he believe his child, and he see those bruises, like, yo,
Yes.
something is going on, and what the hell they got me digging? What the hell they got
Exactly.
doing?
Right.
Trying to find, yo,
Mhm.
it was good. It was getting good. Um, that scene got me there when that damn arm came through, and it was his daddy. So
Yeah. And then they both just saw that red balloon floating by.
yeah, I'm like, there you go, that red balloon.
Mhm.
So we gonna move on to the mom, Charlotte,
Mhm.
handling. She went to go see Chief Bowser, Bowers, I should say, um, to talk about Hank, Ronnie's father, and how she like asked him, I guess, about the case, like, do you have evidence and stuff like that, and does he have a lawyer and
Mhm.
of it all, and she would like to see him, and he said, you's not his attorney, you can't see him unless you is his attorney or family.
Yeah.
So he basically tell her to kick rocks. And
Mhm.
she was like, okay, well, you have a good day. And then we see a scene of her in a phone booth calling. I'm like, who's she calling? I thought she was calling NAACP or something.
Mhm.
And no, she was calling the mother, the grandmother.
Yeah.
So she went over to talk about Hank of it all. And Ronnie, little nosy ass, pretending like she doing something on that couch. I'm like, I see you, Ronnie.
Mhm.
He's dropping and pretend like you doing something. But yeah, she was just saying how she want to help her son, and um help him get out of his situation. And the mother said he was supposed to be, she thought her son was home, but he
Mhm.
wasn't home.
Yeah.
And she don't know where he been was at. And I'm looking at Ronnie's face. I'm like, Ronnie, do you know who he was with that night?
Yeah, when she said like only person that knows the truth is him and God, and neither one is talking. I said yeah, because last week when we was talking about it, I was like, obviously, the way his face was when the sheriff was there talking, I'm like, we know he didn't do this to these kids, but he's
Right.
obviously holding something back
Something back.
for
Yeah.
some reason. And what would be the things that you potentially could be going to Shawshank for these kids, and they saying what they do to people that mess with kids. What would be the thing that you would feel like you have to hold it back, knowing that that's a possibility? And the only two things that came to my mind is either him being with another man or him being with a white woman. 'Cause
Oh, I can't
that,
wait till
that.
you see my reaction to it, child. Like, yo, I said the same thing. I said, you with a lover, or gay, like another man?
Right, because it's
You got
like,
a
what would
gambling
you
problem?
wouldn't?
A gambling
Right,
problem?
like,
Like, what
why
the heck
would you
you
not want
doing?
to tell what could possibly set you free and be your alibi? So it was like we knew it was more to the story, but we didn't know what exactly.
All right, so we gonna keep it on the same pace with Charlotte of it all. So Charlotte um came back to the police station the next day, and we see Paulie, I believe that's Paulie, outside working. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
why is this man staring? Because sometimes I'll be recognize these characters outside their uniform.
Yeah.
Be like, I think that's Paulie, because he is staring her because she was driving and pulling up to the police station. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, that got to be Paulie, because the way what her husband said later.
Yeah, I didn't know who he was at first either.
I'm like, Paulie snitched. He like, yeah, I said his wife went to the police station. Blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
So she pulled up, and I guess whoever the next person under the chief, she approached the officer, and she says, I got a letter from Hank, forgot his last name, from his mother, so I could
Mm-hmm.
talk to him. He looked at the letter and put it up. He said, you gotta wait till Chief Bowers comes back. I'm like, you should have said that from the jump before you just took like you was gonna help her.
Right.
That irritated me. And then and he kind of got slick, like, you have to be careful unless you're gonna be in a jail cell next to him or something. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
yo. And then she said she gonna you better be careful because uh she is handy with the telephone. She gonna call the MLK, JFKs, all the FKs, and they will be down here with the boycott stuff and turn this whole thing out, her turn it to a thing. And the way he looked, and I'm like, okay, Charlotte, I see you. I see you. You had to get the gas
Yeah,
right.
this is what her husband was scared of because she already was doing this where they come from,
Right.
and he was warning her like, "Don't come here with that." But sorry, y'all, 1 minute.
That's okay. Take your time. Yeah. But I was like, yo, I was like, oh, she got you there, buddy.
Yeah, Charlotte wasn't playing. She came prepared. Okay, MLK, RFK, JFK, all the FKs. Like, don't get me started. They will be all up and down and through here. And sure
Okay.
enough, she got in there, and obviously she knows about the law too, because we know that she had experience as a history teacher and was overqualified. They
Mhm.
talked about that last week, so she's very knowledgeable. Like the fact that she was able to get in here and say certain things they did that they wasn't supposed to do. You could be able to be on house arrest while you wait for your trial to come up and different things of that nature. You know, at this point, you're still going to have to go to Shawshank for a minute, but you shouldn't be there for more than a week. But I'm saying, Charlotte, this ain't going to go the way you think it go. Like, it sound good, girl. And I'm glad you here and you letting him know what his rights is and all of that. But of
They
course, she
violate
can,
his due process. Yeah, they violate
yeah.
his process.
Hmm.
Like he barely has a prosecutor. Like he said, my prosecutor didn't tell me. She's like, oh, we gonna that's another
Yeah, they ain't
thing.
going to tell him nothing, yeah.
Like,
But then she's like, "What's going on? Why you not talking? Why you not saying where you were? Because that's really the only thing that's gonna help you out in this situation. You know, eventually you're
mhm.
gonna have to say where you was at." And of course, he let her know that he was with a married woman, and on top of that is a white woman, and he would get hanged for that. I'm like, Hank, what are we doing?
I said the same thing. Like, oh Lord, when he said she just not a married woman, I said, please, she's white. Why? Why, my guy? Why? I was on some Florida Evans. Damn,
Damn, damn, damn.
ain't what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, no.
Hmm.
Ah, like you definitely be hanging.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
And
but
even if he tell the truth, more than likely that white lady ain't about to tell no truth and you know, co-sign for him. So either way, he kind of shit out of luck. Yeah, he definitely is in a hard place. Ain't no way around that. Mm-mm.
she all in that Granny's gonna fuss when she finds out.
Oh yeah, Granny going off.
Oof.
Hmm.
Yes, he's in a hard place for real, for real. So I see why he is like keeping his mouth shut on where he really was. So, but even though he's innocent, yeah, about the kids, but oof, yikes. It was just, yeah. Charlotte, you gonna have to call the NWSCP and them for real. Um, moving on, we got these kids, child. Will had to come. I almost call him Mike. Will had to come to the group and tell them what went down with him at the lake pond. And he's fishing with his father, and it got to him basically. When it came to the of his father, his fear is his father, burnt up from the
Hmm.
war and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh, who's gonna be next? Rich gonna be next to get by
Right.
hit by it of it all. But yeah, he was just
Well, it
traumatized.
was good that he told them because I think this is when they all kind of was like, well, wait a minute. It seemed like it's a common denominator. Like that was some of the stuff that the other kids had talked
Phil and
about at one
Ted.
time or another year.
Mm-hmm.
And Will, he's so smart. I just love him. I love this character because he was like, "But wait a
Yes.
minute, okay?" He starts talking about with animals, how they pick up on fear, and that's Kirk, the appetite and all of that. And he was able to kind of pretty much break down exactly how Pennywise works. It
Pennywise
works,
work.
yeah.
Right. I was like,
And then here go Lily, like, oh well, if that's what it takes, then all we gotta do, like maybe there is something we could do. We could stay calm. I said, now her having some pills from her mama in her life. Yeah, I don't know about popping these pills. All she do is put
she
it
said,
under
my
her
mama put it
tongue.
under her tongue every time she. Mind you, her mama grew up in this town, so imagine what her mama saw.
Yes.
So no
And
wonder
and,
your mama
and
popping
the,
pills.
I mean, that's enough to drive you daggone, to have mental issues. And I mean, besides the fact that Lily saw what happened to her father, or knows what happened to her father, and that's part of what led her to go there. But I also was thinking, like, mama probably got mental issues too, and you see how they think Lily is and where they sending her. So she said, even when the bills are stressing her out or whatever stressing her out, I said, Lord, not the bills. The bills definitely do be
Look, hey, give
getting
me
on
one.
your
Give me
nerves.
one on my tongue.
Okay.
Like you don't even know the
She
name of the drug, child.
yeah, we just gonna put this under our tongue. And I'm like, damn,
It's
I'm
just
really
like
trying.
giving. This just like getting a pill from one of our friends. Like, oh, take
Hmm.
this. I'm like, child, we
Yeah.
bad. We bad
Because
for that.
I'm
We don't
trying
supposed to
to
be doing
weigh
this.
the options. On one hand, I'm like, not these little kids about to be sitting here taking some meds that they have no idea what it is, what it could do, or any
Right.
of that. But then the other side of it is having Pennywise scared them to death, and then be ready to take them
One of
out.
them
So
be
I
out
guess
of there.
if I have the choice, then yeah, I'm putting that under my tongue. But I'm like, Lord have mercy. Mm-mm-mm.
Yep, she's on the pills too.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Um, yeah. And Rich was about to take his. So we're like, wait a minute. I'm
Yeah.
like, Rich,
Richard, like, give me mine now, okay?
right? Because you the next on the target. You have yet to been hit by it of it all by Pennywise. Um, yeah, and it was just Lily for me having hope that Maddie is still alive. That's what gets me. I'm like,
Yeah.
girl, he's a goner.
Yeah, I don't think Maddie's
After
still
hopping in
alive,
that car, like,
yeah. But I
no,
remember, I can't even remember his name now. I did feel like one of them was still alive because we never saw him. We didn't see
come
his
on,
ghost.
Phil.
Phil, we didn't see his ghost, and we didn't see him on the cereal box. But she think Maddie
We saw
may
him on
still
the
be.
cereal box, I
Did we
thought, but
see him on the?
he wasn't decaying. He wasn't in his
Yeah, he
mom.
wasn't decaying. That's what I meant. Like he wasn't like the other ones. Yeah. So
Mhm.
I don't know, but definitely Maddie is a goner baby.
Hey, Big KJ TV. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, so
Mhm.
power more power to these kids. Moving on, we're gonna move on to we see the fellas. Okay, remember the last episode, Hollering wanted a space for the fellas.
Mhm.
So he talked to General Shaw. Shaw hook him up, or the colonel hook him up with
Yeah.
this space, like a shed space.
Mhm.
And what it was, I'm like, it's always that one who always bitching and moaning about,
Oh,
oh,
he
we
was
better
getting
clean
on
up.
my nerves. I said, "What is his problem?" He
Right. Do you
literally
want
was
a new spot
complaining.
or not?
Exactly. Complaining the whole time. I was like, what is supposed to be the point of him? And of course, y'all should know that this is going to be the black spot. This the black
Mhm.
spot, baby, where it's all gonna go down. And I feel like Hollering
Yep.
may have already been getting some type of signs, maybe not the full picture, but something, getting some kind of vibe shining or whatever.
A
And
feeling.
right, yeah. And
Yeah,
then
because it was one scene like when he after they was bitching and moaning, he was looking
mhm.
around like, I'm like, okay, what do you feel? Like, what's the vibe? Like, what you
Right.
get? And then they cut to something else. But
Mhm.
yeah, so they was cleaning up, getting it together, getting a new spot together. And he went outside, took some garbage out, and you hear a shrieking noise, and it was like messing with his ears, so he had to cover his ears. And then we see like his grandma or his mama or somebody over there talking to him, like, keep a lid on it or something. I was like, what? Creepy. Creepy,
Yeah, I
creepy.
think that's grandma again. Grandma gave him the warning when he was having the vision when he was on the plane, and she giving him another warning now. I don't know if it's just pertaining to it, if it's pertaining to this black spot now that he's, building it up, or if it's both. But I'm just like, please
Keep,
listen to Big Mama, listen to Nana. She know what she's talking about. Okay, pay attention.
still keep a lid on it. Like, yo. And then after that happened, we see Hanlon, Leroy, uh, driving up and approaching Hollering, and like, what is happening? Like, what are we looking for at the secret mission of it all, the secret project of it all? And Hollering's not giving it up
Mm-mm.
at all. And then he had grabbed him by his arm. I'm like, oh, not you grabbing him by his arm.
Mm-hmm. He looked like, but
Okay.
he understood, and I think he
You probably
brung it
feel
down a notch once he brung up Will and what happened to him, and that he saw the marks on his arms. But
right.
he pretty much was like, "Listen, I'm just like you. I'm here to do what they tell me to." He said, "I really don't fully know what it is, to be honest with you. And at this point, I don't think I want to know. But whether you want to know or not, your ass about to find out. That's for sure."
That's what I was saying. Like, if you just doing your orders, that's part of the orders. Like, you're gonna find out as you like. I know you don't want to know, but you are gonna find out because this is part of the orders. So it's unfortunate. Yeah, I had to give it up to Leroy Hanlon because he's not really fond of Hollering. He went up to him because he is concerned about his child, and he believed his child because due to the marks and bruises, the blood on his arms
Mm-hmm.
after the events happened. So, and it was written all Hollering's face, like, what's going on?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like, it's on your face. You know something, and you saw
Exactly. You
something, and he
know
saw
more than
something
what you telling me.
in that
Hmm.
plane. Like, dang.
Right. But I definitely agree with you. I do appreciate that he believed his son and that he is questioning this, along with seeing these bruises on him, seeing how scared he was, and then knowing what happened on the plane, and knowing that Hollering, says that he sees things. It would make sense that that's going to be the first one that he was going to go to. And I figured he would go and ask Shaw about it too, because now, what Will's saying, something not right here, and Zeri, he knowing something ain't right too. So I do at least appreciate that part, because most times, like we said, when it comes to these adults, they don't be listening, they don't be paying attention. And even though he's so called, because of his brain injury, don't have that fear and all of that,
Fear.
I
Mhm.
think that it does bother him that he's seeing his son have this fear and know that there's something else that's going on. So at least when it comes to that, he trying to ask questions and find out what's happening. But
Right.
yeah.
Right. Right. I agree. I agree. Oh my God. So let's go back to school with the kids. So it was like a lecture about some worms and snails of it all. And it really grossed out Marge. And she has one of the petty cakes up there nodding her head, tipping Marge off to, I guess, talk to Lily or something. And she tapped her on her shoulder like she wanna have lunch with her, and she missed their friendship or whatever. And Lily agreed to do lunch. Okay. Now they at lunch. And at first Marge was trying to get the lowdown on Ronnie. She was like, "Is we just here to gossip? I'm not feeling this." I'm like, "I know that's right. I know that's right. Ronnie is your friend. Only one, like, y'all in this special group together, the new losers, uh together. And yeah, we not gonna gossip on my girl." But she just said she missed a friendship or what have you. And this guy decided to, I don't know his name, I forgot his name, decided to roll up saying hi Marge and hi to Lily and stuff like that, and smiling. I'm like, okay, that seemed like it was rehearsed. That don't seem like it was believable, but okay. And then that's when, like, Marge was like, "Oh, I think he got a crush on you and stuff. I think he like you, whatever." And we should go over there, talk to him, what have you. And she said she want to go freshen up. And then these um mean girls, these heifers, come over to Marge, trying to encourage Marge to go check on Lily so they plan could work of this boy being nasty to her if she go over there and approach him. I was like, why? Why? Why?
Yeah.
Why?
This was the cliche. If you was into the horror movies of the 80s and 90s, they usually always had that part of the plot where we setting up somebody,
Uh,
we making them think, you're gonna have your bullies, and then this is the other thing you're gonna have. We're gonna have you think that the guy likes you, but really we setting you up. After that, he gonna do something to diss you, or we all gonna just, carry. They all gonna laugh at you. Like it's the setup of it all. And I wanted Lily to catch on so bad. I was like, no, girl, please don't fall for this. And I'm
I'm
sick
like,
of damn
oh,
March. Oh, God, I don't give a damn about March. I'm glad she got what she got because I'm tired of her. I'm sorry. Like, you want to be down with these girls so bad that you know ain't worth a damn and don't give a damn about you, let alone Lily, but you're calling yourself Lily best friend at the same time. It was
I'm
annoying
like,
me.
throw Marge away. I'm like, come on, Marge.
Yes,
It's not
trash.
that not that deep to get in this fake group. And she went to go check on Lily. Lily talking about she got a zit. And then she said she's gonna use the washroom, relieve herself. And then Marge kind of felt guilty because Lily was so excited to talk to this boy. I'm like, dang, she got her hopes up and
She over
everything.
here like, oh, I got a zit and let me use the bathroom for, I'm like, oh, please. I didn't want her to get heartbroken. She got enough stuff going on.
Warning, y'all. I know it's a gross test. I meant to put something over that. That's crazy.
Yeah,
But
those eyes was looking crazy though. She felt
she
something in
ain't
her
got nothing on
eye.
that lady who do
And
the commercial who said her eyes used to pop out,
and
whatever.
it was pretty much similar to what they had just finished watching in the classroom with the snails and all
That's
of
her
that.
fear.
Yes.
Having
Mm-hmm.
snail eyes. The snails gross her out. That's why I said she was looking gross out. And yeah, so that was her fear. So she started having pain in her eyes and it started bleeding. Then you see the snail eyes starting to pop through, right? Yes, they are so real looking. I had to give it up to the people, to the graphics people because baby, and she decides she want to run out the washroom. Why you running out the washroom? Okay, with the snail eyes. I'm like, where are you going? Because she was running down the hall and then she made it into, and we all know it's Pennywise, the entity of it all. Um, she would end up in the workshop room, whatever where you
Girl,
go.
I said, please don't tell me she about to try to cut these eyes off. I'm
She
like,
grabbed that thing off the table and she was trying to hack it out, her eye out. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then in the midst of that panic, Lily was trying to take the pill before she helped her friend. Then it took went down the toilet and then she put her hand in the toilet. I guess she grabbed the pill or whatever, or tried to grab the pill. And then she chased her down the hallway and tried to
yeah.
stop her,
Mm-hmm.
was sawing off her eye, nail eye.
And nobody hears the noise, of course. All this time, y'all ain't gonna come in to the very end when I get the damn knife from her. I'm fighting them or scissors or whatever from her. Child.
I'm like, oh, Lily, that don't look too good. I was so upset. Oh, the only kids will believe was only three of those right there front. It looked crazy to the other kids. She's like,
Yeah, and I was even hoping that one of them was gonna come in before that because they had saw kind of the back and forth of the girls coming over to Marge once Lily got up and went to the bathroom, and they was looking at each other and looking at them. So I figured like maybe Ronnie or somebody was gonna come behind and check, but nope, everybody pretty much
me
came
too.
the same time. Mm, mm, mm.
Because they was trying to set her up, and then they must have heard the commotion because she
Yeah.
was like, "Marge, no, stop, Marge!" It was like screaming and stuff, and Marge screaming too. But she like trying to get these creepy snail eyes out of her head, and yeah, but little did she know she is Pennywise is messing with her, and she hacking off her real eye. Oof. The
Yeah,
graphics.
that was crazy. That was definitely crazy. So I guess now that she has had this experience, she probably gonna be joining them. But I don't even.
Yeah, with an eye patch.
Right.
Look, because girl, you don't hacked off one of your eyes. Oh gosh, she was so terrified. So Penny got her, and now he making Lily look crazy or a real crazy person who hurt Marge.
Right. She
um,
like, no, this wasn't me. But you know they ain't gonna be believing nothing Lily say.
yeah, they already think she's cuckoo. That was sad. To see of that of Lily. But we shall see next episode what happened to her. Um, we see Will is in bed, can't go to sleep because he thought about what happened when he went fishing with his father, right? And he decided to get on his telescope, look at the stars or what have you. Then he looked at I guess a neighbor walking his dog, and then he get to the tree and bam, it's the clown.
Peekaboo,
It's
I see you. What's up, beautiful?
Pennywise. He
Mhm.
screamed. Dad hopped up so quick.
Now, see, I like how Leroy jumped up, but why was we stopping to get a damn robe? Okay, we ain't got time to stop to get no robe. And then he pissed me off just as much as I appreciated the fact that he hurried up to check on him and he believes him again. But then you telling Charlotte, see, this is your fault because of you going down to the station. Like, no, sir, this ain't got a damn thing to do with that. Okay.
That pissed me off. I'm not gonna hold you when he said this is your fault. Now you got people spying on us. I'm like, how you just gonna automatically blame her? Like it could be
Right.
anything.
Exactly.
Because there are some creeps in this town. Like what are we talking about?
Hmm.
Like, yeah, he really pissed me off with that. So
Poor Will, he just getting here and he coming into all this damn craziness.
okay. Craziness. Um, yeah. And he saw the red balloon. He went down into the street
Yeah.
yelling like, "Who was there? Who was that?" And then I'm like, "You better hush before you wake up these neighbors."
Right, that's
Um,
what I was thinking.
yeah. And then he saw the red balloon in a tree. I was like, "Oh God!" So it's something strange for real, for
Hmm.
real. He's about to wake up all this. About to wake up all these good white people up yelling.
Yeah, that's
um,
exactly what I was thinking about. I was
hey
like,
there, Patricia.
next thing you know, they gonna have them the neighbors open the door saying the black people is coming here and disrupting our peace.
Right. Trust in that peace. So that's of it all. But after this happened, this is when we did see Leroy Hanlon approach the general. Um
I didn't like this part. Well, I liked them approaching the general, but I didn't like this part with
Tanya
hollering, getting inside of
hollering at
Daniel's
Tanya.
head. Yeah.
I'm
I
like,
was
not
like
Tanya instead of Daniel. Yeah, because the general had to think about it like, okay, we need to invite them in because there was a
Mhm.
scene with his colonel. He was
Mhm.
talking to his colonel, and because Rosie had sent them on a wild goose chase
Right.
about the spots they can't dig up. Because if she already caught on to, that's when he was hip that she is on to them.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
because she giving them like, do not dig over here, and that's what
Mhm.
they did. That so they're gonna do the opposite what she said. So she is on to them, and they know she's on to them, and they said something else gonna come after the cease and desist because it's gonna have to have a letter with the government or what have you, get in contact with the government and stop. I'm like, why you so nervous? I'm like, so the government don't know you doing this special project? That's what it's giving.
Mhm.
Shaw. That the
Yeah.
government don't know
But
you
like
doing this
this is
special project.
top secret, top secret. Everybody don't need to know or don't know.
Right.
It's on a need to know basis or whatever the hell they be
So the
saying. Yeah.
government don't know you doing this. I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
gotcha. That's why you so nervous. Um But so that's when he thought about the pictures of the natives on the outside of the gate, invite them in, and
Mhm.
guess who was in the front spying, which was Rose nephew Daniel.
Mhm.
They brought in Daniel, handcuffed him, questioned him, and this is when the general invited Leroy Hanlon, to the interrogation room, and they behind the
Mhm.
glass to see what's about to go down. And this is when we see Hollering go to work, use that shining gift, go to
Mhm.
work,
This is
get
this
his
gonna
bride.
hurt, and it's gonna hurt. Okay, you don't want to
Okay.
give it up. I gotta get in here another way.
It
I was
took a
kind of,
minute to make it
yeah, it
get
did,
in. I'm
cause
like, ooh, he was fighting it too. I was like, Daniel
mhm.
was fighting not to let him get in his head. I was like,
Yeah.
okay. Then he finally in that sucker. And then we see a room where little Tanu is in, playing with his toy soldiers or whatever of it all. And his auntie Rose come in, say, do you remember about the monster story? And they
Mhm.
call it a gallo, a gallo, whatever. It start with a G. Do you remember the name, Tamika?
I think it was something like Gallo.
Gallo. We're gonna call it that. It's
Um.
a gallo, and that's what they
Yeah, she
call.
wanted
Yeah,
him to repeat the story to make sure that he knew. But of course, this was just really to show the audience the
right.
backstory and what they know, because obviously, Rosie and her, or Rose and her tribe, know the backstory and more detail of, it Pennywise, because remember, Shaw actually has said that it was 300 years ago. But as we get into the story, um Daniel is saying that it's billions of years ago, so they way off of what they
And
think
then
they know about this.
a
Hmm.
star, a star came coming down and hit down
Right.
on Earth, and
Before Derry or any of these people even existed,
before
and
her
then
ancestors, for his
exactly, and then when they were here, okay, and the colonizers came, they told them, they always giving the warning, like, leave these damn things alone,
I'm like,
okay,
it's
don't
always the
mess with it.
settlers.
Yeah, and they don't listen, of
They
course.
deserved it. I ain't gonna hold you,
Right.
but it Pennywise fed off of them and they grew stronger. And Sasquatch, whatever, Sasky, whatever that native lady name who was in charge of the people.
Yeah.
She said we're gonna have to leave, and then this is her daughter Nakani decide have other plans with her friends, because they had like chipped off, her ancestor had chipped off part of the star,
Right.
the shell or whatever, I forgot what is the proper word, and they made a spear out of it with
Mhm.
some markings, I guess, the protective markings against the entity that's in the
Right.
west woods or whatever. And it was only one. I'm like, dang, y'all ain't hack out for enough for everybody to have, but it was only one. And the daughter decides she don't want to leave her native land, and she wants
Right.
to go into the woods and go to the source itself, the tunnels of it all, where Pennywise had landed. Because we know when the star had landed, those three deadlight things floated out. So
Mhm.
um yeah, so
Yeah, the
the door,
children of maturing, and maturing is the turtle, and we keep seeing turtles in different forms throughout the series. So because I think it's called something else in the book, but anyway, in here that's what they calling them. So they're kind of the representation of that. I understand the daughter not wanting to leave. I definitely get that, but this was definitely a very bad plan. Like, why would
and then
y'all
they
go
put her
off on
mama
y'all?
and her people in danger. So her mama had to go
Yeah.
on a witch hunt for her, go in there. And then this is when the Galu, playing mind tricks with them, using their fears against them, making it appear.
Exactly. Hmm.
So, yeah,
Yeah, that
that
didn't
was
work out good for them at all. But after that happened, now we kind of understand and see why they made it where Pennywise is like in that stuck inside of that specific area, and while they're kind of on the outside, they where they can't be touched as much as the people that's living within the area. And
Yeah,
when he did this smile, girl, that made me real nervous. I said, "Is this Holloman or is this Pennywise?" That smile was creepy as hell.
yeah, that was creepy. I'm like, okay. So we learned that Nakani, after her mama had passed away, she went in to continue her mission to get to the tunnels or whatever, and she hacked off like 13 of the form that it came in. I got the rock or whatever. I don't know what is the proper term, but they hacked like 13 pieces and they put in a parameter. If you notice when they did the outshot of the, it was like smoking. It was like I was like, oh, okay, I see what they did there. So they buried them, I should say,
Yeah.
around that perimeter. So the artifact. So that's why Rose is trying to protect that area for them not to dig
Exactly. And you know
to
what they about to do. They gonna go and mess with it because that's how they do. But yeah.
let this entity out.
hmm
So we know how that turned out, but
Right.
it would just
Yeah.
get on my nerves because Charlotte
Now
getting years.
I feel like I don't know. To me, I feel like this is a setup. Like, okay, you got in my mind, you saw the flashback, you see the story. Um, because at one point it's like if they froze and Rose's eye was twitching and he started looking like what's going on.
I'm
That's
like,
when
oh, Auntie
Hollering
Glitcher.
Right. That's when Hollering come with this crazy smile, talking about, show me exactly where it's at, where we gotta go, what we gotta do. And then all of a sudden Samuel went from being a little boy in his memory to being, the size that he is now in current time. And he
Yeah,
comes and points to this house, which, if you've ever seen the movie, that's the house in the movie, and that's the
right.
main spot where I believe Pennywise is under. I feel like this is a setup. So yeah, y'all want to see. Y'all want to know y'all know about to take your asses in this house, and Pennywise about to take a whole bunch of y'all out. But I could be wrong.
Good luck.
Right. Good luck with that. Sometimes be careful what you ask for because you just might get it.
Okay. Like, wow. It was just, ugh. Auntie was glitching. He make this crazy smile, and he point him the way. And I like how they had that transition because he was a little boy, then he turned into a grown man. Then he pointed to this damn house where the pillars are in the tunnel and the well of it all. I'm like, not this house. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, so that was like the end of the episode. I'm like, that was it. It went by. It was so good. It went by so fast.
Yeah, definitely went by fast. But I can't wait to see this next one. I really do feel like it's about to turn up because they about to be going in here. They gonna get to see more things. Okay, they gonna see some of what the damn kids was seeing. So I
I
don't
don't
know.
know what's gonna happen to Lily though, because that was a wild scene. These kids walked
And
in
it
up on.
looked like, because I know I've seen the preview. I don't remember every single thing, but it does look like Marge done joined them, and like they still going looking in some kind of area. I don't know what the hell they think they looking for. So I feel like Pennywise gonna be messing with them, and at the same time, Pennywise gonna be messing with these soldiers, as they call themselves, going into this damn house. Because why do you think that you about to control this entity? Like they really think they about to use this as far as the military is concerned.
And I hope
To,
Charlotte's the first one to go.
yeah, to go,
Keep it.
out here and use as a weapon. Pennywise ain't about to be working for y'all. And I believe it's a part in the trailer where even Rose is yelling at him, like, you cannot control this thing. But y'all know how the clear people be. They think they know everything and they think they could be in charge of everything. So I said, let them find out, Rose. Let them find out, girl.
Yeah, let them
Okay.
F around and find out, and they will.
Right.
So it
Yeah.
is what it is.
And I think I don't know if I saw that or if I heard about it, but I think oh gosh, what is how I forget his name? I think Leroy is gonna be trying to move Charlotte and Will closer to where like the military base is. And if
Okay.
that is what he trying to do, I think that's a mistake because that means you moving it closer to where Pennywise. You need to be moving further out, baby. Okay, you need to be getting by them damn uh Native American. So it's completely out of Derry, period.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Leroy Hanlon is giving me like he gonna finish his duties, his missions.
Yeah, he always gonna, yeah.
Like I'm like,
But
oh,
he don't know. He actually thinking that's a way for him to protect them, but it's actually putting them in more damn danger.
right.
Bigger Four says, and they're using the dark people to do the dirty work. Exactly. And why Pennywise always burning up the black people? What's going on with that, Pennywise? I'm just
Okay.
saying.
All right.
That's definitely true. Mm-mm.
Yeah, they do use the black people use their dirty work, but it seems like the black people is the only one that's smart in the damn town.
Hmm.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Like against all the other
Sometimes.
clear people. Like they are the smartest. Because Will is smart in his little friend group,
Hmm.
and along with Ronnie. Um,
Yeah, and I think that Ronnie father, I don't know if he's gonna make it to Shawshank because it looked like somebody got a hammer out on him in the trailer too. I hope he do because that would really, Ronnie would really go off. I mean, please let these babies have a minute of peace, Lord.
yeah, Ronnie will go off for sure.
And I
I
love
won't. I
Ronnie
won't be mad
character.
at her to go off
Yeah,
because she be well in her rights.
yeah.
Um, yeah,
So
I'm
I'm
already
definitely
motherless.
looking
Now you're gonna
forward
be
to it.
fatherless.
Exactly, like she been through enough trauma, my Lord.
Hmm.
But that little girl that's playing Ronnie, she's killing it. All the kids are killing it. Honestly, I don't have no complaints about them. They definitely bringing their A game. But I love Ronnie and Will. Those two are my favorites so far.
Hmm.
Out of the
Rich,
kids.
Rich is a little cutie.
Yeah, he
He's
act a
funny at
little
times.
pissy sometimes. He be saying some crazy stuff, but I like him. I get a chuckle from him.
I just feel
Mhm.
bad for Lily though. I was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
I'm wondering if we're gonna see her end up back in the hospital before the end of the season ends. I'm wondering if we're gonna get a reveal about this lady she keeps talking to. Now, some people were saying, is she in like in her imagination, like she's talking to her, but she's not there. But I don't think so because we heard the doctor acknowledge her and say that she's the only one that's actually been being nice to Lily and that she formed a relationship with. So I do
right.
think she real, but I just don't trust her at all. I don't trust the
I am
niceness.
trust.
Yeah.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
And why you keep encouraging Lily to find this stuff out? Like, I believe you. Keep going. Like,
Exactly. Is this a little
did
too
something
too?
happen when you was a child? Like, since kids are
Hmm.
disappearing in their 30s, I'm gonna
Yeah.
find out.
And Shaw definitely need to get it too. He's sitting back in the office sending them out there. I want to see him take his ass in there.
Yeah, he need to be the first one to walk through that door. I don't care.
Hmm.
No, 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 no. Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah, they are doing a lot of things we
they trying to
don't
get to the
do.
bottom of things. Well, look,
Because even
Ronnie got a
even
motivation though by her father.
yeah, Ronnie don't care. Now, in a way, I don't blame her because she's a child, but at the same time, the two things I mentioned last week that I was like, now you know that would not be us is when they said Will was out for the night, spending the night away at somebody else, and we just moved in this town. That's a no for me, dog. And I'm not going to the graveyard. Y'all gonna have to do this seance on your own. Sorry, I ain't going to nobody's damn
Okay.
graveyard to call on those spirits. Okay.
That's why I said episode one where Ronnie had the hammer broke out. I'm like, you supposed to be continue to go out the doors, not going to save Lily ass. I'm like, girl, you saw what you saw. You run out the doors.
Right.
Not going to the
Right.
movie theater itself. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, but
Absolutely not.
I am enjoying this series.
Yeah.
Of it. Welcome to Derry. Yeah. So before we get out of here, make sure y'all subscribe to both our channels. Hit the like button on both our channels. Tamika, what you got going on this week?
What do I have going on? I'm trying my best, y'all. We shall see. I'm trying my best to do an overall for Reasonable Doubt. And something like, for the episodes we got so far for Family Business. We shall see, because every time I try to do it, something happens and I don't get it done. And I may talk a little bit about Sisters in the Oval, but if not, y'all know that me and Candy go live for the Oval tomorrow. Me, Most Unique 69 Ways, and Candy go live for Sisters Wednesday. I think Wednesday or either Thursday. I'm talking about Friends and Lovers with EJ and Tika. I'm not too sure who else is up there. Then Friday we'll be doing Power, since Reasonable Doubt is done. And I think that's it for now, y'all. I don't think I got too much else going on. I had a lot of stuff happening last week. So if y'all didn't see any of those lives, check those out. It might be something I'm forgetting. I also talk about Mayor Kingstown. So yeah, definitely hit the like, okay, comment,
You
share,
want the link
subscribe,
to my
subscribe,
channel
subscribe.
if you
Oh,
want the.
I'll put it in the chat. Thank you for
Okay.
coming through, Biggerford Entertainment. If y'all not subscribed to Biggerford, make sure y'all check him out. I know he talks about Welcome to Derry and a whole bunch of other stuff over there. I'll be cracking up in the comments. I always
Yeah,
enjoy the conversation.
I'm about to come over there and make a visit.
Yeah.
Big- Bigger for
I think he
entertainment.
be having watch parties too and everything. So definitely check him out. I didn't get to watch it till late last night, so
Yeah, but for
um
me, it's basically the same thing Tamika got going on. Like, I did my individual recap for Reasonable Doubt. I just did a panel live with Reasonable Doubt to see the finale.
mhm.
I love that show. I'm glad they having another season 4. And also, like you said, Wednesday we do Sisters. This week, I don't know if me and Jay gonna do first reaction for Power Book 4 Force. We shall see. What else? Um, seem like I'm missing something. Oh, family business.
Yeah.
Family
And
business.
Bel Air is coming. I know we're gonna have a panel for
Yeah.
that, but because of how they dropping the episodes, I don't know if we're gonna do like a overall once the whole thing is finished, or if we're gonna do the 3-2-3. That's kind of ticking me off that they
Yeah,
dropping the
same.
episodes like that again.
They
I
did
ain't
that
even gonna
last
lie to
time.
you. Yeah.
They did it last time, so
Yeah.
yes,
But it
it's
is what it is. Either way, it's gonna get talked about.
right. That part. Uh,
Yeah.
yes. Thank you. Bigger for entertainment. Thank you. For chopping it up and subscribing and all in coming through.
Yes.
Yes. VKJ, Eric H. Thank y'all for chatting with us. As we talk about it. Welcome to Derry. Yeah, so replay crew, let us know your thoughts on this episode 4. Did you enjoy it? What was your thoughts on the Pennywise of it all, of the will of it all? And will parents actually believe him of it all? Okay,
Yeah.
like somebody parents had to believe it. He knew in town.
Right. I do
How about
like
that?
that part.
How about that? So yes, replay crew, let us know your thoughts on this episode, and we will see y'all for episode 5. Peace.